recording here, a box probably just popped up on your screen. You have to hit the got it button. So don't hit leave meeting, hit the word got it, and we'll keep going. All right, so we just did up the outer and smoothed it out back down. Then fingertips to wrist, wrist to elbow, reach that arm up, elbow to armpit. So we're doing the soft inner portion, armpit, and then down the side, and then smooth back out. And then let's do the other side. Fingertips to wrist, wrist to elbow, elbow to shoulder, shoulder, upper shoulder, and sort of base of neck area, and then smooth. Fingertips to wrist, wrist to elbow, elbow to armpit, armpit, and armpit to side of waist there, or side of torso, and then smooth. Then just freestyle, wrist, hands, fingers, right? And switch, wrist, just kind of wringing out your hands in that way that we all know how to do it, right? Once you start doing it, your hands, they know what feels good to the arthritic pain, carpal tunnel pain, and just sort of stagnation. Then we go, these nice hands on our neck, base of neck, up to base of skull, up, up, up. So that's a vertical flow. Then keep one hand against the base of skull, other hand side of neck, so horizontal, base of neck, right around the muscles at the base, and then across the back tendon, horizontal. Then we go switch, the side of the neck, the base of the neck, and then this back tendon. And then we go thumbs right up in this little nook here. So the chin is down and the base of skull open, and you're going in and out right along that groove there. And you might find some little tension points there. You could spend some time on your own rubbing these out. And this is, by the way, exercise for hand strength. So now let's go fingers like claws in the scalp, and then just kind of like this here. We go scalp in, out. And so again, this is exercise for your hands, kind of like a squid movement here of the hands, in, out, right? And then the forehead. So rub from the this third eye point up the center to the hairline. Find that center line. Then you open that center line out and across. So go up that center line and then go out and across. Now, cheekbones, trace this line here, up and over. So that line you want to then sweep. And it's all gentle, so we're not digging. We're just on the surface, gentle. Ears, roots of ears, both of them. Then scissor cut, circling. I forgot, I gotta mute everybody, sorry. Mute. Okay, circling. And then finally, jaw. Down to the collarbone. Do that again. Jaw. Down to the collarbone. Lung point, 1 and 2. Heart point 1, side of rib cage, like a rake. These are all just general areas that get stagnant and that are important. And then up through the center. Do that to the other side. Lung point 1 and 2. Knuckles like so. Turn. Rake. Side ribs. And then up the middle. Then liver and spleen. Right below the sternum on the stomach, solar plexus, stomach. Switch hands, circle the other way. And groin. It's called the inguinal region, so genital area, pubic area, and groin. Then travel over the hips, tail. And this is where, Sheila, your pain was, sort of around the side hips. Then you come up onto the lower back a little bit. Then turn your hands over like so, make fists, and go up the back as high as you feel you can. This is also a good exercise for our shoulders to be in internal rotation and then moving like that. So this is more than just exercise, it's actually joint mobilization to get to all these areas. And then finally, palms on the buttocks. We sweep down the outsides of the legs, around the feet to the inside, come up the inside all the way to the belly button. Trace around the belt meridian, up and down on the lumbar spine. Palms face the body, and then sweep down, around, and up to the belly button. Around, middle, up and down on the Ming Men, that important area, lumbar, and then sweep and up. Finally, up the outer arm, turn the palm, down the inner arm. Turn the palm back down, same arm. So eventually this is a cool flow that you get to do. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And other side. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and finished. All right. So from here, comfortably sitting at the edge of your chair, resting the joints, positive end of the battery, the crown up top, aligned over the negative end of the battery at the bottom, the perineum. And let's take about 10 long, smooth, complete breath cycles. And remember, every breath has 4 phases, and how you explore those 4 phases, it's up to you. It's personal as far as how long is an appropriate inhale right now for you. But take it to its full state, comfortable full. Then there's that full hold at the top where you saturate the system. When you're ready, exhaling out, long and smooth and complete. And then at the bottom, that 4th phase of empty hold, where you create a sort of a vacuum within. And then you inhale when you're ready, nice, long, smooth, full, you hold. When you're ready, long, smooth, empty, and hold. Continue that about 8-9 more times. Pay attention to the fact that breathing is a muscular activity. Something like 26 or so different muscles involved in this process of expanding. Certain muscles have to contract, certain have to lengthen to allow and create that shape. You hold and sustain it. Then those muscles switch jobs, and there's the releasing and then even the gentle compressing of the exhale. Then when you're ready, opening. So there's a certain flexibility that you want to cultivate here for your breathing. There's something I've noticed with a lot of my clients that I work with, and I teach in senior centers as well. So I look at, it's like looking into the future, seeing what 80, 90-year-old bodies, what's happening to them. And this loss of flexibility, pliability in the breathing, it sort of becomes rigid. And I've noticed the power of just getting people to breathe again creates this life force increase. And so we want to never lose that pliability. So that's why we take the time to work it initially. Let's do about 3, 4 more. It's also a section of the brain. Right? There's nerve pathways specifically targeting these 26 muscles. And so you want to turn that area of your brain on so your respiratory function is potent. Now, sliding hands past the knees, drop the head softly round the back. Slide the hands back, pull the elbows back, squeeze shoulder blades back, look up. Slide hands forward, rounding the back, drop the head. Slide hands back, pull elbows back, arch. 2 more. Exhale. Hold the exhale. Hold the rounded position. Inhale as you begin arching. Hold. Exhale. This helps organize movement, breath, and mind. So we're syncing up. We're making coherent our brain-body connection. And settle to the middle. Rotation. Slide left hand forward, right hand and elbow pull back, turn and look to the right. Slide right hand forward, pull left hand and elbow back, turn, look to the left. Slide and turn, gentle twist. Slide and turn, gentle twist. 1 more of each. And remember this one, range is not as important as softness. Softness. So don't crank your body. Instead, see how far you comfortably can rotate while remaining relaxed. And back to middle. Same thing on this next one. Arms hang, leaning, just soft. And back up. Soft. And back up. 2 more each. So we're not rushing to a destination. Instead, we're just functionally tipping, tilting, leaning, and then comfortably waving back to center, and then easing over. It does not matter how far you tip or how close your hand gets to the floor. Just wipe all of that out of your mind and bring your awareness more to the 24 vertebrae and how each one gets small, gentle, relaxed, tipping, tilting. And we're back to middle. Shoulder blades shrug and melt. Shoulder blades shrug. Notice there's a natural, almost like a turtle going into its shell with the head and neck. So then the turtle also extends, reach through the crown of your head. As the shoulders go down, head and neck get long. Again, shrug. There's a natural retraction of the cervical spine and the head and neck. And then lengthen, create that lovely space. Keep this length and space. Let's go shoulders forward, up, roll them over the top and back, sliding down. Forward and up, rolling over and back. Forward and up, over and back. 2 more. 1 more. Now we go the other way. Shoulder blades draw towards each other, up, over the top, forward. Shoulder blades come under and back, up, over the top and forward. 3 more. Remember, eventually, after you learn the sort of robotic version of this, which at first is required for where we're going, okay, make sure you get back, make sure you get up, Make sure you get over, make sure you come down. Once you hit all those points, then you start making it more round, more polished, more fluid, right? And pause in the middle. Now we do right. And then as the right one is going over and down, over the back and down, the left starts coming forward and up. And then right. And then left. And right. And left. Make sure the moving part is the shoulders, right? So for instance, Sheila, I can see your shoulders not moving much, but you're moving your arm kind of like this. Instead of noticing I'm hanging my arms and moving my shoulder, right? And so that is the goal, is shoulder. So if I get my arms out of the picture, you see that what's moving is that portion of you, right? And let's reverse, let's come forward. It's very easy to see the arms going through their path and miss that it's really this root that's moving. A couple more. And release. Scoot a little bit back in your chair so that you feel very stable and comfortable. Chamber, push. Chamber, down. Chamber, push. Chamber, down. 3 more of each on each leg. So it's compressed and brought in, released and finished all the way through, brought back to that position, and then softly set down. Compressed and brought in, extended completely, returned, down. Now, right leg extends and holds there, point, flex. And invert, evert, a little in, out, in, out. And circles. Circle the other way. And down. Other leg. Point and flex. Invert, evert, a little in and out. Circles. And reverse. And down. Scoot forward. Final one here as we're sitting. Let's go lift the ball of the left foot. Turn, knee and toe point out. Lift the heel goes out, the knee comes in. Toe out, knee out. Heel goes out, knee comes in a little bit. Toe out, now we're at our maximum. Then we go toe in, knee in. Heel comes in, knee goes out. Toe comes in, knee comes in. Remember the movement's coming from the hip. Heel in, knee out, back to neutral. 2 more. Toe out, knee out, movement from this hip. Heel out, knee in. Toe out, knee out. Called swivel steps. And in, external, internal, external, neutral. 1 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral. Other leg. Toe out, knee out. Heel out, knee in. Toe out, knee out. Heel out, knee in. That's our maximum. And walk it in. Internal, external, toe in, heel in, neutral. 2 more there and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice the hips stay stable. Just this leg is the main moving part. Corkscrewing, rotating, Final time. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral. Both. Open. 2 and 3. That's the maximum. And then in 2, 3. Out. 2, 3. All that movement from the hip. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, and 3. Back in. Now, legs neutral. Legs don't move. Hips fold. Nice deep fold. And then sit up vertical. Tip back. Again, the hips are moving at the hip socket. The legs are staying stable. The pelvis is changing its relationship. So we're deepening this crease and making it more acute, a tighter angle. We're coming back up and getting to about 90. Then we're going back. That's an obtuse angle, opening up. And we're back to neutral. One more. Deep hinge. Sitting up. Tipping back. And sitting up. Slide your feet back a bit so their ankles are behind the knees. And then when we go to stand up and sit down a few times, soft, relax, fold. Head keeps going. That's what gets the butt off the chair. Then it's just push and you launch up. Folding, that hip hinging action, feel that hinge. Then you sink the butt, and that's what bends the knees, is the fact that you're sinking your butt down rather than forcing your knees into a fold. So effortless, 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 up, fold, sink. Loose arms, just hanging. So when I'm folding, they're hanging here. As I'm coming up to stand and I finally get vertical, the arms just hang right alongside the body. Now, don't sit in your chair, just sink down and notice fingertips are near your toes, and then push down into the ground and lift back up. So Sheila, for what you mentioned earlier, drop something on the floor. Not sure how you tried to get it, but the best way would be to do this. So you arrange yourself for the item, and then you go, okay, butt back, sink the butt to get yourself down there. Then you can grab it and push through the earth and bring it back up. A lot of times people fold this way and put this area in strain, reaching down like that, instead of buying that change of height in a strong, stable, and open way, and then coming back up. Okay, last one. And we come back up. All right. So I'm moving my chair. You guys don't have to move your chair. I'm just facing forward here. So now standing vertical. Our little Qi Gong practice, which comes before the Tai Chi. So this helps to prepare the body, tip forward into your toes, tip back into your heels, lightly. So not so fast that you feel like you're gonna fall off balance, but there's this tipping, tipping. So just feel that real estate, find it. Forward and back. Forward. Back. Now the next time you're back, stay back. Arms swing back and up. So you're in your heels here. Tip into your toes. Arms do a big round reach out in front. Tip into your heels. The hands come past the mouth, down to the middle or belly button as you rock to the middle, And then the Tai Chi squat, butt sinks and the arms dangle. Push through the earth, rise back to standing. Rock back to your heels, your arms swing back and up. Rock to your toes, the arms swing way out and reach into the distance. Rock back to your heels, the hands come past the mouth. Rock to the middle as the hands come to the middle. Then the hips go back, sink the butt, and let the arms dangle. Push through the earth, rise to standing. 2 more. Rock back and up. Rock forward and reach. Rock back, invite in. Rock down, rock to the middle as your hands come down to the middle. And Tai Chi squat. And remember, if your knees are not enjoying how deep you're going, do not go so deep. Just a little bit of a sink. Light, easy. Last one. Rock, rock, rock back, rock middle, and through. Now, separate or left, right, yin and yang. So let your weight go through your right leg. Let the left leg empty a bit. And remember that little side bend we did earlier? Add to that the floating of this empty hand. And if I turn sideways, notice where my hand is. It isn't out here. It is here. And then this hand just dips down as I change the weight into that left leg. Right hand rises up. Easy. And then change. Easy. Change. Left, right, yin, yang. So there's a little module, we'll call it. It's the word I like to use for them. That involves a certain amount of exercises. This is the first one. So left, right, yin, yang, which basically we're separating lefts and rights, ups and downs. But we're doing it in sort of a linear fashion. Now left, right, wheel. So let's all stay in the left leg, left hand down, right hand high. Right hand reaches forward towards the front. Right, if I turn sideways, you see it goes forward as this left hand goes back underneath. Then right hand comes down, left hand's coming up as you change the weight over to the right leg. Now the left hand is going to go forward towards the front as the right hand goes back behind you a little, and then they wheel. And you change to your left leg, and then they wheel. And you change to your right leg, and they wheel. Change to your left leg, wheel. One thing to pay attention to is the hand that's coming up the back is behind and up under the armpit. So it's this shape, it's this weird sort of position, and then it comes out from under, and then out from under. And so notice that there's some room there to move. And the more relaxed you are, the more you can ooze through those spaces at a nice, comfortable rate. So we're changing to the left leg as the left arm is down. And then we're changing to the right leg. And then we're changing to the left leg. So feel that change that's happening. Now reverse the circle. So the hand that's going the back goes down the back. The other one comes up the front and comes under the armpit as the bottom hand scoops out in front. And we're doing this move. So we're sort of walking in place and spinning these internal wheels of the shoulders, the chest. Each vertebra is getting like a little sort of roll happening in the to the vertebra above and below it. So just keep doing that and feel how it's not just your arms doing something. It's the whole body, especially if you do this with this kind of hydraulic quality. So this is the second exercise. left-right wheel, and that has a forward and a back part to it. And then the third one here is left-right pressing palm. So let's be in the left leg, left hand down, right hand high. Right hand is close to the body where we were before. Now from here, you're gonna press down along the side of the body. And then when it comes up with a soft, relaxed wrist. So now as you press the right hand down, left hand rises and you go into that right leg. So this leg is empty, this hand is empty. And then we press and we press. And you stay long enough for the weight to get all the way through the leg, through to the earth, and for this leg to empty. And then press. So fewer repetitions with more thoroughness is more valuable. All right? And just feeling how loose you can be when executing all these movements. So this is left-right pressing palm, clearing out ups and downs, lefts and rights. And then a variation on this, which is its own exercise, left-right falling leaf. So now this hand that's high turns over and falls like a leaf. And then turns over, falls like a leaf. Turns over, falls like a leaf, changing the weight with each fall. And letting that weight descend or cascade down and through the body so that you're working on softening, melting, loosening. So this is a whole module, the left-right module. You could think of it and just think, okay, left-right yin-yang, left-right wheel, left-right press palm, left-right falling leaf, and finish. Shogun, close, settle the hands to the middle. So we always are orienting around this belly button, deep to the belly button, in the belly as our middle, rather than our middle being somewhere up here or up here with tension. It's down in the belly. Hands crossed slightly, hands alongside you. Now, right hand swings behind, left hand swings forward. Shift the weight to the left leg. Now, as you change leg, swing the pendulums opposite each other. One forward, one back, and switch, switch. So once you get the basic choreography of this one, then what you're working on is emphasizing this down, and then there's a little lift. Down, lift. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see there's a down, sort of a sitting through the leg, gently of course, and then a little rise. Sinking through the leg, rise. Sink, rise, sink, rise, sink. Walking in place and really let those arms float. But keep it all organized around your middle. So there's sort of a rotation happening, a gentle twist. So we're opening up a certain inner mechanic, this gentle turning of the waist, this changing of weight. And the second one of this module, let everything settle. Left hand to right hip, right hand around to left buttock, and you want the hand, back of hand, smacking the body. And then switch. And switch. Now, let the turn of the middle be what causes that movement. Turn. 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 So the lightest version of this would just be the hands very low, just smacking a little area of the body. But as you really start to turn it, if you feel that it loosens up, the arms can start to rise in where they smack. So they can start to smack belly. They can even get to the point where they're smacking lower rib cage area on the front and the back, creating this little sonic boom, 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 boom. And you're turning a little bit in the waist, turning a little bit in the hips. Slowly back to middle. Third one in this little module is hug, open, hug with the other arm on top. So this is a open, close, smack, smack. You can do this very small if you'd like, do it gentle, but over time you can really, but again, don't hurt your joints, be slow and smooth, because this looseness is what's required. Loose, loose, right? Loose from up in here. And finish. Let those arms be nice and loose. Shogun. This is just not doing. We just did 3 different things. Now we don't do anything at all. We cleanse the palate. And the arms come down. Fingertips touch. They rise up to the upper sort of chest, throat, head area, the upper dantian or upper chamber. Open. Close. Open. As you open, hold there, shift to your right leg. Your right is that way. My right is this way. And then close, shift to your left leg. Open. Close. When I turn sideways, you'll notice when I open, at no point do my hands break this plane of the body. They stay out here and they open, and then they come back together. Open. Back together. Opening to your right leg, closing to the left. Opening to the right, closing to the left. Open, close. 2 more. Open. This is called opening and closing the 3 basin. 3 basin. Last one at that upper basin. Then close, bring the hands down to the middle basin, belly button height. Hands are still out in front a little bit. Open to your right. Close to your left. Middle basin. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Changing leg each time. Opening mechanic. Closing mechanic. Opening the spongy quality. And just gently letting that spongy quality close. Last one. Down to the lower, right in front of the groin area. Now this is like the crane flapping wings. Out. Down. Open to your right. And the reason we open to the right, close to the left is an energetic, a circular reason, an internal reason that the Taoists claim is the case, right? That energy goes up the left and down the right. So we're letting it go up the left by releasing that space, down the right, so we release that side. So, just an interesting idea. Last one. And yeah. Shogun, closing. Settle. Practice doing and then not doing. Arms come down. Now this one I don't think we've done before. We'll do it now. It's called opening heaven, close earth, and then closing earth, opening heaven. So shift to your right, open the arms out to the side. Shift to your left, bring the right hand on the inside of the left. Open to your right, close to your left. So remembering right arm on the inside here. Now open to your right. Right arm's going to go on the outside, and we cross and raise. Then open to your right. Arms go up and over and down around that circle. And then we do that close. Right arm on the inside, open, right arm open. And then right arm on the outside as you close to your left. You keep closing, closing, closing until it becomes an open. A nice, beautiful, round gesture. And then you close, right arm on the inside. Open to your right. Close again, right arm on the outside. Keep closing until it becomes an opening. And you open to your right. And then close. So I'm going to turn, so this might make it easy. Open. Close. Right arm on the outside. Keep closing, closing, closing until it opens. Go to your right leg. As it opens, comes around. Close. Open. We go around again. Close. Right arm on the outside. Keep closing until it can come up and over. And open. Close. Open. Close into an open to a close. Open. Close. Open. Close into an open. And back. Let's do one more. Eventually there's this really nice kind of fluid rhythm to this exercise. First you got to learn the choreography. Okay, now the closing heaven, opening earth. So we close to the left. So your left is that way. Now open and keep opening till your arms get shoulder height. Then change back to your left leg. Hands come across towards each other. And then they roll down like so. Right? And down to the middle. To your right, open. To your left, close, right arm on the inside. To your right, open, keep opening. And then once they're here, go to your left leg, close. They roll down, right? There's this closing gesture, boom, yep, and down. Open, close. So there's one of those in between, and then it's open, keep opening, let them come up around, shift to your left leg, close the hands, drop, open, close, open, keep opening, close, down, open, close, open, keep opening. Bring them over the top as you close, down. Couple more. Open, close. Open, keep opening. Bring them over the top to a close. Drop down through the middle. Open, close. Open, keep opening. Come over the top to a close. Down. One more. And down. Shogun or closing gesture. Not doing anything. And Tai Chi. Rock back a little, hands swing back. Rock forward, the hands swing forward. Rock back, they swing back. Now, Pung. Rising. Rock back into your heels, hands retract and settle. Rock forward, the fingertips go out, turn the palms to face each other, and they fall. Under the armpit, up the back, like that gesture we were doing earlier, push out through the back of the hands, and then down and back. It's called Lu, Pung, guiding back, and this is called An, that press of the heel of the hand, like we did earlier when we were doing that one there, down, and then Tai Chi squat, same. Back up, we do that again. So rock a little forward, hands swing forward, rock back, they pendulum swing back. Forward, they swing forward and up. So you're in your toes here. Then rock to your heels and drag back. Settle the hands a little, then rock to the toes and shoot forward through fingertips. Turn the palms to face each other, down. They come up the back under the armpit and unfurl. And Lu, palms of hands. Then Pung, backs of hands, rising, slide back, and An, heels of hands, down, and Song, or soften, release, through, rise back up. 3 more of those. A little forward, a little back. Pung, or rising, back of hands. Slide back and settle. That's a storing up for what's called G. Fingertips leading forward. It's this driving quality. Palms face each other, they fall. All of this is just storing, up under the armpit, unfurl forward, storing, and Lu, palms of hands, like you're combing down that space. Once more, Pung, sliding back. An, heels of hands. And Song, meaning soften and release completely. Rise. Let's just do one more. Forward, back. And notice the whole body's involved. Forward, up, back, and settle. Forward, extend. Down, under and up and unfurl. Down. And last bit, Pung to An. Soft press and Song. The bear washing pause. We shift and turn, and the hands naturally swing that away. Then shift, turn, the hands swing this way. Shift and turn. So this palm faces that way, this palm faces that way. That's brush knee and sweep leg. They turn around, switch jobs. Brush, sweep. In the beginning, we're sort of stiffly making these shapes, right? Which I'm showing now. We're sort of grabbing onto our body and trying to do as best we can to stay with it. But as we get looser, 1, 2, swirl around, shift and turn. There's a loose quality through this body. Brush and sweep. And now as we get looser, it becomes that bear swirls the stream, which means this outside hand starts to go away from the body, but it stays low and swirls around, comes in close. So this is just a natural occurrence as our looseness and our hydraulic buoyancy increases. And then naturally the bear snatches the fish as if the fish are jumping up out of the water. The hand, because it's more buoyant, comes across a little higher and a little higher. And eventually there's all kinds of different heights and explorations that you do. These are just rough sort of markers. But Tai Chi is the attempt to unlock the sort of unlimited variety of our human body, which is amazing, spirals and circles. So just take this as general guidance and ideas, but over time, explore. But what is constant is middle. So we don't get sloppy. We're not heaving our body around. There's still organization around all this freedom. Now we go to brush knee and push, which is the hand that rises. Instead of just being a sort of lumbering bear arm, it folds. So now it's ready to push and draw, right? So now it has a different capacity. So then we're going brush and push, and they change, roll and fold. And then we're going brush and push. So again, roughly and early, it's sort of stiff, right? I'm going to do the robot version where we're just trying to organize our frame. But once you can get that frame, then you take the edge off. You release the training wheels and just let it be fluid and free and sort of explorative and creative. Brush knee and push. Now, the next time you're in the left leg, stay there. Right hand descends, rests on the water. Left elbow bends, fingers point to the sky. Right foot empty, step it a little behind you, shift and sit through that leg. Now, the key here is when you sit in that leg, it's not this. So let's do the wrong thing. Stick your butt out and notice how you could lift the foot like this, but you'd be straining certain things in the back and in the hip. So then sit through it in a more casual, easy way and see if you can get all your body weight to just go through this integrity of the left leg. Touch your toe on the floor, the empty toe. Option to lift. Maybe lift up. Golden rooster. Now, setting this lifted foot down, heels touching, toes turned out. Change the weight, left hand falls softly, right elbow bends, fingers point up. Empty this foot, and again, just look at wrong and right. So there's more integrity, and that integrity is what we want to rely on. And then maybe lift that leg loose, free, light, easy, everything loose, golden rooster. Set that right foot down. Nothing changes, so hands are still here. This has no weight. Then it's change. Everything changes. Boom. So what's interesting about Tai Chi is that you think of them maybe as poses, as postures, but better to think of them as changes, transformations. So here we're setting this right foot down. Nothing is transformed yet. We're just setting up a base. And then like a transformer, to this position. So it's not just the end point, it's the quality of the transition, and it's the simultaneity. That's why slow movement is so useful, because you can work on simultaneous, right? So you have to ring a bell when everything arrives. So my right hand is dropping, left hand rising, my weight is shifting, my left knee now rising, and bell, ding, all at once. Set the foot down, wait for it, then simultaneity, change, everything moving. So if your left hand already got down, you have to ring that bell, and everything hasn't arrived. So it's got to be going together, then it arrives. And down. Bear washing paws. Parallel feet. We're buying internal real estate. Feet staying on the ground. That's the other thing, is a lot of times there's stiffness, and this is where it starts. A lot of you might be doing that, where you're lifting out of your foot and you're keeping a stiffness here, but eventually it's this interior. So my feet aren't leaving the ground. Now, stay in that left leg, Right hand floats up, becomes a cloud. Shift, turn, cloud, and sweep the lake. Cloud rains down, lake lake vapors up. They change. Flow over to this side. There's a change. Change. And so this change here happens sort of like a ripple effect. It's like getting out of the way. And then that is sort of a more overt event, whereas this is just almost an afterthought. Change. Change. One more. Now, finishing with flying diagonal. Right hand behind the back. Left hand down here as if the bottom of a ball, right? Which we practice in other classes, that ball. The left hand goes away from the body and it keeps going and it reaches a point where it has no other choice but to travel this up and around trajectory. Turn the palm out, wing, sweep across, just right in front of the hip. Travels away, flying diagonal, up and across. So we have the knife edge, and we have the ridge edge. Ridge edge is thumb, that's leading. So not the back of the hand, but the ridge, the thumb. So the palm is facing up the whole way, sweeps down. One more, flying diagonal. Sort of like throwing a frisbee up and across. That's how it's sometimes described. And down. Bring right hand out, sweep across, wrap left hand, scoop underneath, and flying diagonal. Turn the palm out, crane wing, sweep lake, flying diagonal. And remember that idea of the real estate. Feet stay glued to the ground. I'm getting all that real estate from internal spaces that for many of us are closed. And so our Tai Chi practice of soft, round, thorough, long, spacious movement starts to open up and cultivate these potential spaces inside of this body. Last one. Down. Hands come across. And across. Middle. 3 times, sink chi, wash organs. Rock back. Up and over. Rock back. Drinking in and past the mouth. Down to the middle, rock to the middle, Tai Chi squat, through. And just feel space, allow for space. The sort of quantum physics discovery concept that there is vastly more space inside of matter than there is anything that's actually matter. Right? That there's more space or as much space between the center of one of our cells and the center of the next cell as there is between stars. There's some crazy math internally, and yet we experience ourselves as very dense and very real. But let's go ahead and shogun. But the practice here is sort of reclaiming that we are not as dense and stuck, rigid as perhaps we experience ourselves. And layer by layer, release that encumbrance and entanglement. closing with the ceiling, one hand over belly button, other hand over that hand. And then the Taoist bow representing the yin and yang harmonized, interplaying within us. Thank you, everybody. Have a comfortable seat. If you have thoughts, questions, reflections, insights, issues, anything like that, feel free.